Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another special video on Marvel Strike Force. Why is Cap Sam on the cover of the video here today? And that's because we're here to talk about the full details of the next upcoming patch. Now, I know that we already talked about Phoenix and the Phoenix Force, which is going to be coming, but this is going to be the next team that's going to be probably for the month of February. Now, this is going to be for Captain America Brave New World that is going to be releasing pretty soon in that month. And so a lot of people were speculating whether or not MSF was going to be doing a release cycle based on this, and it does appear that they are. And so in today's video, we are going to be covering all 5 characters, including the rework to Cap Sam. Well, I guess that's out of the bag now, so that maybe that slide's done. In terms of who is going to be getting reworked and the new characters that are coming to this team. But before we do start the video, I do want to say what I normally say about this is that if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you check if you have, and if you haven't, do click that button, and I would greatly appreciate it so we can keep doing videos like this and we can keep things rolling for 2025. So if you're ready to get started, everybody, then let's boil this down. Now, as usual, we are going to be doing this video here in my full screen PowerPoint style, because this is just the easiest way that I have to share the information with you guys. And so the team is going to be called Liberty. This is the new team tag that is going to be coming to Marvel Strike Force, and it is largely, I would say largely associated with Captain America Brave New World. Now, I haven't been keeping up with the entire lore of who's in the movie and stuff like this, so I'm sure some of you will comment down below and correct me and things like that, and we'll see how many of these are actually in the movie. I also do want to say this might be potential spoilers, in case people care. I don't know, because I haven't been keeping fully up to date. This is going to be an Alliance War team. I do have some suspicion that this could be an Alliance War defense team, although I think it's going to be broadly war as far as the text goes, like Absolute A-Force. They're not specifically targeted one game mode or another, but they are going to be more defensive based on the characters that are going to be on this team. Cap Sam, like you guys know, is a tank. He tanks really well, of course. He's going to be Cap Sam's going to be super scary when he gets his new stat reworks, I think, because his kit actually isn't that terrible. We'll talk about that too. This is going to be the next team after Hercules, but it's probably going to be after Phoenix Force. I believe, I don't know the order 100% if it's Phoenix Force. I think it's going to be Liberty after Phoenix Force, though. Probably very similar characters to the movie ones with an MSF flair. We'll see. So let's start off. So the new tunes. Again, I've not been keeping up with the MCU lore on this movie. I know broadly who's in the movie. There's no Red Hulk rework, I'll just tell you that. But as far as who else is potentially in the movie, I haven't been keeping up with everyone. Some of these probably will be as well. So again, potential spoilers ahead. Let's start off with the first character, and that's going to be Falcon. I'm going to butcher this because first of all, I'm Canadian, but I don't really know Joaquin. I don't even. I'm not sure how the J is said. I'll be honest. I'll be flat honest. I should have looked that up before doing this video. But anyways, this is the latest Falcon character. This is the guy from the movie, right? Who's in the movie. I know that much at least. And he is also the latest Falcon in the Marvel Comics. I believe he's a bit younger, though. But anyways, he has a long-standing partnership with Sam Wilson, and he does share a psychic link with Red Wing, the bird, right? I'm assuming this is the same bird from when, Sam Wilson was Falcon originally. I don't know. Maybe it's is this an immortal bird? Because I feel like Red Wing has been around for a while. I don't know if it's just different versions of Red Wing. I have no idea. Someone might be able to comment down below on that part, too. And as a result, he does share a psychic conduit with Sam Wilson through Red Wing, at least in the comics. So that's kind of interesting there. So that's going to be one of the new characters coming to Marvel Strike Force. He is the first one of the team, I believe. So that is the new Falcon, right? We're gonna have Cap Sam. We're gonna have this Falcon, and then we had the Falcon that was reworked for Uncanny Avengers. So lots of Falcon all around. Now, the second character that is going to be coming to Marvel Strike Force is going to be Patriot. So I think that we are getting the Elijah Bradley version of this character. I am actually familiar with this character as part of the Young Avengers. I believe he's in the movie. I'm pretty sure I saw clips of the trailer anyway with his grandfather, Isaiah Bradley. I think that this character might be in it. Maybe he'll have a Young Avengers tag if it is Eli. And I don't think it's the Rayshawn Lucas Patriot, because there is a couple of versions. There's a couple of people who have carried the Patriot name, including Rayshawn Lucas, who I believe is the current Patriot. But I believe since this is going with the MCU and broadly what to expect in Captain America: Brave New World, I think we're probably looking at the kid, Elijah Bradley. But I could be wrong. We'll see which version and what character we end up getting for MSF. The third one, Peggy Carter. This is civilian Peggy Carter, not Captain Carter or a new version of Captain Carter. Now, I looked this up. I had to look it up. Honestly, I had no idea. But apparently, this is likely going to be the version currently known as the Dryad. And apparently, Peggy Carter came back to life, as characters do in Marvel. Some sort of resurrection or revival. I don't know what happened in the comics, but Peggy Carter is back. And she kind of looks like this, as you can see on the screen here. And she uses a crossbow and dagger as weapons. Maybe she might be a possible controller character. So Peggy Carter rounds out the third new character. So just to recap, again, we have Patriot, Peggy Carter, and a Falcon over here. The new Falcon. Yes, I'm not gonna say the name because I know I'm gonna screw it up. But I'm sure someone can let me know in the comments down below, so that when maybe I have to say it again, I'll look it up for next time. I promise. So let's talk about the reworks, right? Probably not that surprising. Also, I kind of spoiled the first one on the front of the screen and the following who is in the movie. But let's cut to the chase of Cap Sam, right? He is the headliner of the movie. Sam Wilson, right? Captain America serves as the tank and speed bar for the team. He was I think he was super OP when he first came out. Honestly, he was an amazing tank for the skill raids under the Secret Avengers, and I can't wait for that. I do want to talk about his kit, right? Like I don't know how much of this is getting reworked, but I don't know how much. I don't know if it does. The numbers are still quite stable. 450% damage is pretty good, and the speed bar mechanics. What I would assume is that they're going to add in the Liberty team to the speed bar mechanic here, for them to fill their speed bar, and that's a pretty good skill. He's like combining the old Falcon with tanking. It's just crazy, and his special like does so much stuff here. I imagine that some of these callouts to the Avengers and skill allies will then start to apply to the Liberty team. Is probably going to grant ability energy to the Liberty team as well. And the crazy thing actually is that he gets increased block chance and block amount, but when he has deflect, he gains 300% resistance. So that with new era stats is going to be pretty bonkers. It's going to be like next to impossible to land a debuff on Cap Sam as long as he has deflect. So this is going to be a pretty crazy character, I think. His kit actually isn't that bad. So I think this is going to be a pretty crazy character, and honestly, probably a plug and play character as well. Even outside of the intended game mode of Alliance War, I think that you're going to see some extra use on this character in a variety of places, possibly including Cosmic Crucible, depending on whether or not, the Liberty team has any value, I suppose, in Crucible as a full, a full team, whether or not it's any good, or if you'd want to break the team up to use the more plug and play like Cap Sam, because I think he's going to be absolutely amazing. I love this character. I'm really happy that he's, what, I have nothing to do with some of my gold right now. So I'm going to put him to level 90. I know it's not that high, but just to show you guys that, that I'm willing to do this, I'll take it up further. I don't know exactly when he's coming though. It could be in February. I don't know when the team is actually going to get that rework, but it is going to be the next team coming. So that's going to be the first of the characters that are going to be reworked. The second character, of course, is going to be War Machine. Probably also not a huge surprise. I'm pretty sure he is in the movie as well. I thought I saw him in the trailers. Formerly of Power Armor acclaim, but has not received any attention lately. This will be a tough build for a lot of people, I think. And I do want to touch on this a little bit. I want to touch on War Machine. You can see that even my War Machine is level 71. I haven't touched him in a very long time. Even when Power Armor was out, I can't even remember what the gear tier was back then when Power Armor was a thing. I want to say it was gear tier 13, so maybe 75 would have been the max at that time. It was decent, but what I did notice, I'm pretty sure, let me know in the comments down below, I think that his pose changed. Now, that's pretty, because first of all, it doesn't move, but I think the cannon on the top, I don't remember it looking this way. maybe I'm crazy because I already know he's getting reworked, but I swear they do pose changes for character. Like this, when he's holding his fist like that, I swear that they did something. But maybe I'm just crazy. As far as this kit goes, though, I am afraid that it's going to be another Ironheart or Wasp situation where they're not going to be changing too much. And he actually has a pretty terrible kit. Like, it actually needs the biggest increase, and I hope that they do something. I'll be honest. I hope that they do something big because he is such an old character that I don't know if base stat increases are going to save the kit. It's just that bad. 140% damage to primary and target adjacent. That's so low. It needs to be like at least 250, maybe 300 at this point. The special, now this does do piercing and attacks multiple times, so this could be okay. I think it's like something, always attacks 3 times. So, 320% piercing multiple times, or sorry, 80% piercing, 90% piercing multiple times might be okay, but it's pretty bland. The ultimate, again, pretty bland, just does damage increase. I don't know if this is still going to stay the same or if they're going to maybe add some functionality with the Liberty team. Probably needs to be unavoidable at this point, which just says this it's such an old character that they didn't really have unavoidable back then. And the passive is just really weird. It relies on taunt. I don't know if that's something that's going to carry over into the Liberty team. We'll have to find out more when I have the kits available to share with you guys. But yeah, that's War Machine. And I'm not that excited about this one, mostly because I haven't. I have 2 diamond, but again, it's a war team. We'll have to see a little bit more about whether I'm not a big fan of building up war teams, but I know that they're probably going to give us a reason to want to build these characters because, well, if they have too many war teams, one of them is going to be used for a future event, that's for sure, or a future legendary or whatever, right? So we'll have to find out more when we know more. But that is the Liberty team. So Cap Sam, War Machine, we have Peggy Carter, we have Patriot, and we have Falcon, new Falcon, of course. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below about this new upcoming team for what's probably going to be the month of February. And of course, until next time. Oh yeah, and before we go, if you haven't subscribed now, please do so. Please click that button just a little bit down below. I would greatly appreciate it so we can keep running this channel, so we can keep doing these types of videos that I'm sure that you guys love to see, getting to know this information as early as possible. And if you haven't started working on or farming War Machine or Cap Sam, maybe you might want to a little bit, depending on how low they are on your roster. So that's the end of this video, everyone. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.